All righty, it's Friday, October 14th of 2022, and you're on Friday Night Live. I'm Ron Hulbert, coming to you from Orlando, Florida. Glad to be here tonight. Got a good group so far going. Everybody's excited because the chat is going chat. So right now I want to introduce to you my co-host, Lynn Nakamoto from St. Petersburg, Florida. Go ahead, Lynn.
Thank you. We are so glad to have you all here. We've got 232 people already. That's darn good for just having opened up the webinar. And I hope we'll hit 300, maybe 400 tonight. We shall see. But tonight's topic is the takeoff is imminent. On passive, the takeoff is imminent. So it's a broad topic, but it's exciting. Everybody knows we're getting to where we want to go in on passive. There's a lot of anticipation. It's a great time to be in on passive, and we've got quite a lineup of speakers today. And we're going to start off with Collins Mana. Take the floor, Collins.
Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, greetings to everyone in the house. Yeah, it's a lovely day, and it's always nice to see everyone on this lovely Friday Night Live. I hope we are all excited. If you're not excited, then you're not supposed to be here tonight. We're just excited and fired up. Yes, truly said the topic is really broad. On passive, the takeoff is imminent. It is really true, really true. You know, if we look at on passive, nothing can stop it now. We know why. It's because 1.4 million founders, you know, they are really into it. They are praying for it. They want it to succeed. You know, there is nobody in on-passive as a founder who doesn't want on-passive to succeed. True, because the second thing is, you know, the tech guys and Mr. Ash Mufarah, they are working so hard, tirelessly. Mr. Ash Mufarah's dream is to see this takeoff, you know, to see on-passive, what he has dreamed of, you know, for the rest of his life is something that he really loves doing, something that he knows that he wants to do it to help mankind. He wants to see on-passive take off. So nothing can really stop it. And technically, because God's hand is on it. They say when God is on your side, nobody can be against you. That's true. Because he wants this to work, because God already knows this will survive, will help, will bless those who are struggling. Because we already know that on-passive will be, you know, the voice of the voiceless, you know, the strength to those who are weak. You know, on-passive is here to wipe tears to those who've cried for too long to see something like this, because it's a great time for us to be here. So let us take it back to where we started looking at what Mr. Ash Mufarah said yesterday. A lot of things Mr. Ash Mufarah said, especially when it comes to the technology. You know, we're talking about switch functionality. That's a big deal. I know a lot of people didn't really get that. I know those who are techie, they can really understand, and they know it's hard work to have switch functionality within a web application. It's crazy. Never been done before. When we look at the switch application, it's like we take, for instance, let's take, I think today I was talking to Vincent, we're talking with Oliver, and Lynn was there. So we said, we want to look at, for instance, Facebook. Facebook have Messenger. Sometimes you're in Messenger, you can make a call, right? And when we make this call and we said, okay, let's switch to something else, let's go to something, we have to shut down Messenger and go to maybe Zoom, you know, and start to have our meeting. But now on-passive is coming with switch functionality where we don't need, again, to move from one place to the other. For instance, we have a lot of web application, which is, we call it our communication tool. We have our webinar platform, which is OConnect. We'll be having Opal, we'll be having OPL. These are internal communication tools where company can use it. So just imagine that you are in the webinar, for instance, like OConnect, and you say you want to move to OPL because you just like, you don't need, there's no need to be there. Click a button, switch, it takes all of us there. You don't need to log out and go to that application. You just switch straight and it takes all of us to that application. Now we are in Opal, start to communicate again. And we say, no, we want to move to OPL because we know we want to do something different. We switch and we move to OPL without even moving. That's application to another application. That's the switch functionality. It is just crazy. I think nobody would have ever imagined that you can do that in a web application, because most of it out there, you have to switch. You have to come out. We're talking about Facebook having WhatsApp. We're talking about Facebook having Messenger. If you want to go to WhatsApp, what do? You shut down Messenger. You communicating, you shut down Messenger, and then you said, okay, let's go to WhatsApp because we already have our links there, and you go. But we're talking about switch, where you don't have to log out. You're just switching over to the next one, and you are there. It is mind-blowing. It is something that is really, really crazy. I think this is really a game changer for ONPASSIVE. Big deal, you know, single sign-on in the ecosystem, and you're moving from one application to the other without moving. And you can switch again within O Connect. Remember, O Connect is a monster. You know, a lot of people, when you look at O Connect, it's not like a normal webinar platform, because you have video, you know, video conferencing, you have audio conferencing, you have all of those, and you can switch from every module within that application. Please, when O Connect comes, we should take a look. It is massive. It is more than a webinar platform. Now, that's one of the things. Let's look at OMail. Mr. Ashmufara talked a lot of things about OMail. Remember, you can have a secure folder. Working in an office, you said, all right, I can give this to my secretary, but I don't want my secretary. I can give my email to my secretary, but I don't want my secretary to go to this particular folder. I place a lock on it. So it's like a safe environment just for me alone. Never ever been heard of. Which email you can think about? OMail is crazy. A readable functionality where email can read for you if you're tired. Just lot. You can think about it. OMail is just different sort of brain of animal, you know, in our ecosystem. We're talking about our website changing dynamically again, Ms. Ashra is talking about coming randomization of the website. If we look at the website, we say now we're having 3 a day. 3 a day, our links. Soon it will be once a day. And it will be customizable to you, where they've built it, hosted on the domain. So your website will not be my website. When you log in or somebody goes there, the person is in a different website, red or green or what. And the system, because it's automated, driven by artificial intelligence, it can just build automatically. 1.5 million user, how many websites will you have a day? 1.5 different websites. Randomization of the website, different, changing dynamically. No two websites will be the same. That is crazy, mind-blowing. And this is added value, stacking the coal, as Mr. Ashmufara said. We're talking about concurrency of O Connect. Mr. Ashmufara used that word, concurrency. Now we have 1,000, like I think it's a 1,000 or 2,000 participants within a webinar platform, say O Connect. And soon it will move to what? 20,000, and again, unlimited. When Ms. Angela used that term concurrency, so for instance, we are 270 participants here. Say 270 participants are having a webinar, different webinar in different time zone using that application, O Connect. Within each meeting, we have how many people? 1,000 people, participants within a meeting. And the system will not blink. The system will not even waver. Remember, O Connect will be widely used. We're talking about 5.5 billion internet users. There are people who will be using O Connect, maybe 1 million meetings running simultaneously. Within a second, within a meeting, maybe Martin Digamo is running a meeting and I'm running a meeting, and each of those meetings can hold 20,000 or more. Imagine, it is not only the participant we are seeing, we are talking about images, we're talking about text to voice, we're talking about a lot of things happening within that meeting. Widescreen sharing, you know, drawing of this, and all of this information, they are data, they are hitting the database. Thank God of our data center that can hold all of this. It is crazy. You know, we can go on and on with this technology, but I always said, the fact that we are seeing it and we say, oh, you know, our dashboard and what we're seeing is so easy and beautiful, colorful, it's easy. You can navigate seamlessly without anything. You can even learn, you know, the system is so easy with a single sign-on. But the complexity behind the technology is crazy. If Mr. Anura can just flip it for a second, let us see what is happening behind at the back end. I'm telling you, all of us will run away. We will not even want to see it because it's crazy. But thank God, the more complex it is behind the scene, the more easier it is. Because the only way you can make a technology to be easy, you have to build it very powerfully, complex technology, and the sophisticatedness behind the scene is what is making the front end so easy for us to use. So I will leave it there, Lynn. Take it over. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you.
Thank you. That was great, because even though we hear the words, we don't really know what they mean. You know what I'm saying? Until, wait, let me add my. So what I was saying to you, Collins, is even though we hear it, we don't really know what it means until you explain it to me, and you explain like the number of users using, all connect simultaneously. Then it kind of dawns on me what you really mean. And that is massive, what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So thank you for explaining.
It's massive, really, really massive.
Way bigger than I thought too. I have to
you get it with Zoom. That's why you see sometimes Paul said Zoom is shaking. It is because of the number of concurrency meetings going around the world using at the same time. So sometimes we can say 20,000 account hosts. Imagine how many thousands of meetings running the same time we are having our corporate webinars. That's why sometimes it kicks people off and come back because they cannot hold it. The server cannot hold that amount.
Okay, that makes sense, because sometimes of the day you're running a webinar and it's just fine, and other times you get booted out, right? So that's
correct. Yeah.
The total usage is
correct. Total usage.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of us learned something just from that alone. Thank you so much. Okay,
Glenn?
next, yes.
There was a person in Q&A that's deaf. Deaf. I try to explain to him what to do. Can you sign on what to do?
Okay, hold on a second.
Before we move on there.
Oh, sure, 1 second. Okay. Wait, let me add you. Where are you? Okay, so what did you want me to say something? What are you trying to tell him? You're muted. You gotta unmute. You're unmuted.
Where the live transcript is.
Oh,
the button you can click on.
Live transcript. Where? On the computer, I don't know. On the phone, I don't know. But for computer, the screen, and at the bottom, it says more. More. You click on more. There's a screen pull down menu. Then you pick. What does it say? You gotta pick live transcript, right?
Yep.
Live transcript. We click on that, and then you're gonna see the CC will show up. That's it. Is that good enough? Good enough? Okay. Thank you. All right, so where was I? Next in line, we have Vincent Ete. Come on down, Vincent.
Okay, thank you, Auntie Lynn. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Hello to all the participants. Hello to everyone. Hello to all the great leaders here tonight. We are happy to see you again. Hello, Matty. Hello, Chris Johnson. I know you are always happy, and then make also happy. Okay, today we'll talk about ONPASSIVE to take off is imminent. So what this means for us is yesterday, we'll go back to yesterday where our CEO, Mr. Ash, came and then explained a lot of technologies. It's amazing. And then is mind-blowing. So we hear about so many technologies. Even my brother Collins, thank you also for this great presentation. We hear what you said, and then you explain so many things to us, to break so many things also down, which is very good. Thank you very much for that. So we talk about the switch technology. The switch technology, I know Colin explained about the switch technology, but the switch technology, what makes the switch technology very important and also reliable and performance is really about the background, what the database, because under the background of all this technology, we use all this, our ecosystem, all this ecosystem we see, OConnect, ONET, Opal, they're all using a database. So we have a database linked to all the ecosystem. So each one of them have a own database. All the information, everything we do, it goes to the database. Even when you go to the website, when you register customer, everything you do, everything goes to the database. And then each of them have his own database. But what happened, what Mr. Ash and his team, they did a great job. They did the integration of all these apps, all you for OConnect, OMail, OChat, all of them, they're trying to integrate them all together so that, because the integration, they make the integration of this ecosystem we have, that when we can switch from one to another without any interruption or any beep. So this is what they did. They did a great job. So the database integration, the advantage of this integration, it brings also the performance, also the scalability, and also the reliability of everything they did. So they have done a great job. And then also this integration also bring a better security system, because when we have a single sign-in, we sign into the system. Once you sign in, you can switch from one to another, all the system we are using. So this brings a better security system as well. So the integration is from different database systems, because we know that when we go to the website, we can use MySQL, and then we can use maybe Oracle, and then we also have a SQL Server. So they did a SQL Server integration system. When you use the integration, they put the integration to provide the home base, like the integration make the whole database to have a home base where they can take to and to from. So all the information, they can take the information to from. So it's all in one area, in one house, and then they can take it. If they need A, they can take A from the system. If we need B, we can take B from the system. So the integration will work very powerful and very nice, very good, so that any switch the system wants, it works very well for our system. So this is the powerful of ONPASSIVE. And then what Mr. Ash and the team in Hyderabad did, no company have done that before, because that integration from web-based application to desktop application, and then even from our on-premise and then to the cloud, no one have done such technology before. ONPASSIVE is the only company who have done this great technology. And above that, we have also artificial intelligence system, which is also powered on those technologies together. So it brings what this tells us, bring better performance, better scalability, and then also reliability and security. So all this, what we're talking about software, this is the technology most company, those who come to buy our product, this is what they went to look for. They were looking for technologies. They say, oh, what technologies these people have? And then after the technology involved, they will say, in terms of performance, we have the better performance, scalability is good. We have also reliability, the system is reliable. And then the last thing they will think about is security. Above all, we have the best security. So ONPASSIVE, all Mr. Ash said yesterday, it was great. And then the integration was powerful and nice. So this is what make the switch, because we can switch from one ecosystem in part of our ecosystem. You can switch from one to another. That means the database is well integrated. So this all is how they did the integration. Then the integration was powerful, nicely done, fantastic, I would say. So this is why we have the best system at the moment. I believe the best system, and then the best integration system ever done in the world. So Attain, thank you. I'll leave it there.
Thank you. Would you say that integration is not a common feature within most IT companies? It's not just a given thing?
Because most of IT companies fail because of the integration system, because they can make the software, they can make use of everything, But when it comes to integration, most of them fail because they can't do what Mr. Ash have done today, because this is where a lot of companies fail.
Wow. So we're pretty special. We stand out.
Yeah, I would say it's highly techies who did a good job as well.
Well, I'm proud to be part of this company. I'm sure everyone here is as well. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
me too as well. Yeah.
Beaming with pride. All right. All right. Thank you. Now we're going to have Oliver Fonte.
Yeah, hi everybody, and thank you, Vincent, and thank you, Collins, for all the what you guys have presented. And yes, that's all what I said yesterday. I also want to thank Madi Degamo, as you can see, Tony Mong, and my Peter Rogers, all of them from the UK. Father Bless, I want to say thank you guys, for getting up this late in the night. This is what we call founders with passion, and ONPASSIVE is within them. They sleep with it, they eat it, and they take it and they run away with it. For them to get up this late in the night to be here with us, in fact, this tells me that, and all of us, that now we get it and we are there. Yesterday, our CEO threw some bombs to us yesterday that, in fact, I tried to sleep. I finally went to bed around 2 a.m. in the night, and just like being proud, like Lynn said, and Vincent, that we are all proud to be part of this journey. And when it comes to technology, we are the future of technology. ONPASSIVE is the future of technology. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Just that switch alone, if we go into the market with it, there's no doubt we'll win. The CEO also talked last time about AI whiteboard. The only company on this planet Earth, tech company on this planet Earth, with an AI whiteboard. I know there's one other company that I've worked with. They have the normal whiteboard that a lot of schools are buying. Now all those companies, in fact, they're on life support, according to Marcien. And coming again to our technology, when the CEO talked yesterday, I was like blown up. I was like, then our support, where he also talked about our support. Our support is going to be one of the best. Not even one of, we are going to have the best support. Have the first line, the second line, then with a normal human being that will talk to you, is also mind-blowing. And as they're talking to you, they're already processing and troubleshooting your problems, and they give you the answer immediately. AI is at work also. That is something that we cannot like, ONPASSIVE is leading the future of technology. We are leading the future of technology. He also says things about eKYC, that people should go to the back office. I will not go into details in that, but people should go to the back office. Please, we should be engaged. Now the time has come now that we need to be engaged. If you miss any webinar, please go to the back office. Go to the back office. The video is there and the summary is there. I want to thank all those who took their time to put that summary. Is good. Please go to the back office. I would not want to go more into the eKYC and our OBS. I will not go detail into that. Those are proprietary information that people should go to the back office and look into them. Any question, you can call us privately and we'll explain it. I will explain it to them. But that OPAL switch is something that I've been, even in my job or my former job, I've been in the meeting, I've forgotten something in the car, I have to go to the car, I have to like wait and run and go to the car, get it, that I would have just switched to my phone and still be in that meeting and come back and still continue with the meeting. But this is something that a lot of companies are going to buy. CEOs are going to buy, for their company to use. And ONPASSIVE will redesign the internet. There's no question about that. Because if we do look at our products, like the CEO told us yesterday that mail is more than Gmail. Yeah, if it's above market value, we are more than. He told us the other day at 360 that we are above the cloud, mail. And then when we look at ONET, when he showed us ONET also, I don't see any product that is going to beat us, ONET. So please, we should go to the back office, familiarize ourselves with the back office, see what is there, go and read and listen to the the meeting of yesterday with the CEO. There a lot of information there that there are proprietary information that we cannot talk here. Then when he says something about this company, I've also worked with that company, Paolo Otto. Paolo Otto, they do produce the best switches and the best switches and in the world, and routers. They've already knocked Cisco out of the market because they have wireless switches and they have wireless routers in the market now, wireless, and with top security. When he said that yesterday about Paolo Otto, I gave a thumbs up on that, because it's a company that have done their security review, and they are the #1 now in the world when they talk about router and switches. Cisco was the one before with router and switches, but now Paolo Otto is the #1. When the CEO said that most of our equipment it comes from Paolo Otto, I gave thumbs up there, because I know now we are leading. We are leading because he deals with the best and the best of technologies that are out there, you know. So where we are today, we are in a good place. Again, there's a new, he said that we have a new department called O Media, with more than how many professors? I think he said more than 20 professors. He didn't say that, but he said that in the other webinar. More than 20 professors all over the world, all the locations in the world, that they are interacting now with 1,500 universities all over the world. So Academy is going to be at work. Academy is going to be at work, because those professors and the doctors, they are working day and night to make sure that the 1,500 universities, they use Academy. You can imagine what is going to happen to us. You know, then he added one other product also yesterday, OChart. Before we know that OConnect, then OTracker, and OChart, those are the paid products. And he said all of us should have OTracker. He said all of us should have OTracker. You know, that is going to be it's going to be affordable to all the founders. So please, I will leave it there. Anteline.
Thank you very much. That was great. Wow, that was so short and sweet. Short, Oliver, for you, but it was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
my brothers Vincent and Connie, they said everything. So
Said everything. Next time we gotta have you go first. All right. All right. Next we've got, let's see, Cindy Hopkins. If you don't mind, take the floor. Cindy, glad to have you.
Well, I am so glad to be here. Thank you, Lynn. And hello, everyone. I'm just so honored and privileged to be amongst such phenomenal people. And that includes every one of you on Passivians in land. I mean, what a great place we are to try to get into technical talk and learning each time I hear all these folks like Collins, Oliver, and Vincent speak, because it is overwhelming. It's absolutely phenomenal. What I do want to address is I really want the folks to, it's nothing you don't already know. I mean, you are part of an elite group, you know, that's dedicated to helping better the world while we're building our businesses and our financial future. And we are with the best company the world has ever seen, and in my opinion, will ever see. Okay, you'll see your income grow month after month, year after year, for generations to come. I don't want any of you to make any mistake now at all in your thinking, because of one man, Ash Mufareh, one man's divinely inspired vision, your financial future and mine, and every one of ours is about to change forever. Ash has let us know, and it is absolutely boggling. And what I also want you to think about is, you know, I'm sure all of you have thought about money, finances, all of that. So really address that. Hopefully, you has set some realistic financial goals for yourself. You know that you would be surviving well. I certainly hope you have, because now I want you to think about, what are you going to do with the rest of your earnings? I mean, in that, as it continues to grow and grow and grow, after you've achieved what you truly ever thought you would and then some, what are you going to do with the rest of it? In the summer of 2018, I joined this phenomenal company. I interviewed Ash Mufareh a few times, and I got the exact answers really that I wanted from him. Might have, been a little long coming or a little round, we visited and talked personal things and everything. He did tell me that he wanted to create a company that would benefit each and every person who joined. That was a pretty tall order. That still is a pretty tall order, to benefit each and every person that joined. He didn't want anybody left out. He said, there's no reason that anybody has to be left out. I didn't know how he was going to do it, but we've certainly learned. He wanted to make the qualifications so easy that any person, anybody could succeed with ONPASSIVE, okay? Even though there wasn't a name for it at that time. That is basically what he was saying even back then. He wanted to ensure that no one would lose what they had earned, as long as they were active and abided by company rules. So in fact, in other words, your earnings will never be passed up to some other person or the company, because you didn't have a quota, you didn't fill a quota, or you didn't have whatever. Ash will never punish you. He's not a punisher, he's a rewarder. If you haven't learned that, you haven't been paying attention at all. Ash also wanted to ensure that earnings, whatever we do earn, will never be capped. Because we were making too much money. I don't know if some of you have been in companies that, particularly online, that you can only earn up to this, and once you've earned that, you've maxed out. Okay, there's just a whole lot else that we did discuss. Including the fact that Mr. Mufareh wanted to provide us with useful products. I mean, useful, very useful products, and that's a key word here, because it wasn't just junk products like an ebook or this or that, that people could actually use and that were not overpriced and ridiculous. I think we've all been in companies that, jacked up the price or charged 2 or 3 times what the value was of the product, just in order to pay those commissions. And, and then nobody would join us because they were overpriced products, and it was really hard to even success at all. Or if you did, it was for a very short time, and then pretty soon the company went south. And we all have been familiar with those companies. If not, you're lucky. Okay, Ash Mufareh has created a company about extreme value for all of the products. Our compensation will be extreme as well compared to any company out there, any company, brick and mortar or online. And our company, under the direction of Ash Mufareh, because it is divinely inspired, and with the help of the best tech team any company could ever provide for us. I mean, what a phenomenal tech team we have. They will build your business for you, and they will build your financial future for you. And we will never again see another company like this, I don't think, although there will be copycats. There's so much more to all of this, but all Ash Mufareh, as our CEO, as our friend, asks of you and of me and of each of us, really, for doing all of this, building your business, building a phenomenal income for you. You can help do it too, but he's promising that this is what the company is all about, and they're going to do it for us. But he asks so little of us. Just stay engaged, stay active. Above all, be ethical at all times, and simply follow the company's simple guidelines. And, just one other very small thing that I think is very, very important. In fact, it's what Ash Mufareh lives by. I've seen it time again in the 4.5 years I've been, I mean, it's constant. Give back, help. This company's doing all this for you, for me. The least we can do, we do achieve realistic financial goals. Don't forget to give back. The world is hurting. It's our obligation to make this world a better place if we can at all. So by Ash Mufareh's tremendous example as a caring, giving, loving human being, who is constantly and continually giving back, helping others, helping each of us, each and every day, our sleeps. He's helping people all the time, and it's on his mind all the time. What can he do to make someone's life better? And he constantly does it. I say the least that each of us can do is to follow our CEO. And he's our friend as well. He truly is your friend. Even if he never meets you, he is your friend. And just follow his lead. And once we achieve some of the realistic financial goals, just don't forget to give back. I thank you, and I do love each and every one of you, and I'm here to help you. I'm here to be your friend too, and I'm, again, so proud and honored and privileged to be part of this magnificent company. And thank you, Lynn and Ron, for giving me the chance to speak. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Cindy. That was lovely. Lots of good advice for all of us, and from someone who has been in ONPASSIVE since the very, very beginning and has been a leader and done so much for ONPASSIVE and Mr. Mufareh. Thank you for what you've done all these years. All right, next we go to Chris Johnson. Come on down, Chris.
Holy cow, I'm next. Hey, I just was told to dress the color of the curtains. I thought that's all I had to do. My goodness. Well,
that's called camouflage, man. You look like a chameleon. Pretty dang good.
Yes. Well, number one, Lynn and Ron, thank you for inviting me. And I'm reading, of course, all the speakers before me, especially Cindy Hopkins. I haven't heard in a while. I'm hoping your health is doing great, Cynthia. It's good to hear your voice. My tech brothers, who I need an interpreter to talk to personally. We always have fun with that one. I love you guys to death. Appreciate the honor of actually talking with all you. I call the greats. We're all great, but I think some of you are just greater than me, and that's not hard to do. Armin, he's my rock star. So the topic that Lynn sent me, she sent me, the takeoff is imminent. So of course, my natural way of thinking is all right, I'm going to Google imminent. I want to find out exactly what it was. And I was pretty good on target what I thought it was. It's coming. It's about to happen, and it's really a strong word because you can use it for everything. Now, I'm going to go a little different with this. I'm going to try to keep me under my 5 minutes here. The word imminent is strong because it's telling you something's going to happen. Now, in the last 20 years, how long the internet's been started, when the internet first started, there was people like the Steve Jobs, the Bill Gates, and all those guys said, man, we can make a lot, we can earn a living off the internet. And then there was the people that said, boy, am I going to take a lot of people for everything they got. So it's imminent. There's always going to be evil where there's good, right? And my brother Michael, our brother Michael Williams once said, sooner or later, you got to trust someone, right? Now, I never really dabbled in the MLM world. I know a lot of you have. I've learned a lot about MLM from all of you, and I heard it was a cutthroat business. Do or die, pay out money, work. It was worse than a job from what I'm hearing, It was imminent that MLM was going to start crashing. It was imminent that these people that were taking people's money because they were ugly, they were thieves, they were corrupted. They're going to come to a stop, right? So then all of a sudden, ONPASSIVE comes along. It's imminent. There's always going to be good. It's imminent that eventually something is going to come along so big, and because of all the uglies in the past, a lot of people just aren't going to believe. They're going to think it's just one of those things again. And that is a struggle that a lot of us had to go through. And I believe our faith has kept us strong because everything I learned about Impassive was imminent. It was beautiful, helpful. I think God backed, if I could say that. It's just an amazing company. So that word imminent, there's always going to be something that gets in the way of good. But the problem, this good this time, man, it's rolling over everybody. It's rolling over everybody. We've got people from all over the world. We have what I call I said before, we got a whole bowl of ice cream this big and every flavor's in there. That's our family. All right. Ashmafara didn't do all this just to say, yeah. What does he say? Do or die. It's imminent. He's going to do it or he's going to die. That's what he says. All right. I have a lot of faith when someone says that. If you actually knew some of the things that Ashmafara goes through, every one of us would have quit a long time ago. Ashmafara has never gave up on us. That's what I'm really trying to say here. He's never really gave up on us. We give him the most grief. Yes, we do. We give him the most grief, but yet he keeps giving to us. Blown away by everything he says. I probably in my lifetime, I've had a lot of ideas. Never in my life have I ever wanted to say, I'm going to start a global company. All right. And every man's garden, a big garden, like let's say, we'll use the apple tree. There's usually one apple tree that just doesn't produce apples. All right. We'll call that the bad internet. But believe it or not, the internet itself has made a lot of people wealthy in a good way. Ashmafara has taken all these great ideas. He mixed them up in our big ice cream bowl and he created brand new technologies. He's created AI. He didn't create AI, but I think what he's going to do, he's able to control it in a way that's going to put wealth and success in all of our pockets. It's going to put people in a whole different zone, as you can say. It's imminent. All right. All of us have done this from anywhere from over 4 years to a couple years to a month. We all want that. We all want this. I said it this morning. What is it going to feel like to actually enjoying ourselves and actually earning a residual income? That really keeps me going. It really does. But it's imminent to happen. All of us have been waiting for this our whole lives. And you know what? There's millions of people who still don't know nothing about this. And they're working their butts off, 2-3 jobs. Or they're just in a big strain. They don't have no money coming in. They don't know what to do. Once again, the holidays are coming. People go crazy. I'm going to say right now, this Christmas and the next Christmas, I'm going to say this is my opinion. You're going to be less stressed. Let's put it that way. That's my opinion. Impassive will take the stress off your lives. It's going to take the stress off the world. Because everything I see in Impassive, it's nothing but good. It's nothing but good. All we got to do is be patient. And yeah, I get impatient sometimes too. It's normal. We're human beings. But what he's doing is just ask yourself, who's ever done this for you before? But when Michael Williams said that one time, sooner or later, we got to trust something. This is that something. And you know what? Michael didn't even have to say that because after I witnessed Impassive, after I witnessed the tech guys, and you know what excited me yesterday the most about that webinar? And I like messing with Ash, is the reaction to the tech guys and how excited they were because they know technology. You know, if he'd have said, Chris, I got a Twinkie here for you. Woo, a Twinkie. But you guys acted like Ash was giving you $1 zillion. You acted like, not you acted, you were saying, never seen this before. And he watched your reaction. And that reaction right there made my whole day. That's the truth. All right. I've gone way more than 5 minutes. It's imminent that I was going to go more than 5 minutes. And thank you, Lynn, Ron, the tech guys, and everyone that's talked, Cindy. I appreciate y'all, and it is coming because it's imminent. Thank you, Lynn.
I had to laugh because when does Chris ever speak less than 5 minutes? Never. So it's okay because we knew you were going to go over. And you know what? Hey, what happened to you? Did you unspotlight yourself?
No, you know me, I hate the spotlight, but it's okay. No, I just put myself in gallery. I actually like looking at everybody because I like
Yeah, I
seeing the
know.
ones that you can
I,
tell you can tell the people that love you, you can tell the people say, not that big-headed guy again.
But I said that over 5 minutes is okay because you always have great content. You offer value to us. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Lynn.
All right, next we've got Mr. Tony Monk. Tony Monk, we'd love to hear from you.
Hello, Lynn. How are you? Thank you so much,
Good.
Lynn and Ron. Nice to see everybody. Look at all these lovely faces here. Who was excited on a corporate webinar yesterday? Put your hand up. Yeah, it was amazing, amazing. Absolutely. Again, Ash just blew our minds like he always does. I mean, ONPASSIVE is more imminent now than ever before, like Chris is saying, you know. I mean, it's bigger than it was when I go all the way back to the beginning, along with Cindy Hopkins and Jeffrey Morlock, Marty DeGarmo. We all go back right to, it was nothing like it is today. It's absolutely amazing, inspiring, and Ash keeps coming up with more and more. You know, every time we think we know what we're getting, he comes on and tells us even more. Like, for example, the O-Media that he talked about yesterday, something that's coming up in March. I mean, we never heard of that before. He's always coming up with these new things. It's absolutely amazing. Chris was talking about my old tech pro brothers here. I am inspired. These guys, I met these guys 2 years ago, and they've grown so much from where they were at to where they are today. Thank God they are here now to tell us the value of the products of ONPASSIVE, because without the value and the products, we don't have a company. Okay, and these guys explain it so well that a dummy can understand it, like myself. And like I said, 2 years ago when they were speaking, they were on a smaller webinar, and the message was not getting across like it should have been. And thank God today they're almost on every webinar you can possibly think of, and they are explaining the details of what we actually have here. I've learned a lot from my old tech brothers. They're amazing. Thank you, guys. I don't have that much more to say, really. All I have to say is I'm very excited. I get more excited all the time. It was nice to see Ash yesterday. I was at the library when I was on the webinar, and I couldn't speak, but I could hear everything everybody else was saying, and it was just nice to see everyone. Thank you, Lynn. I'll pass it back on to you because again, everybody said pretty much what I was going to say, so I don't really have much to say. Thank you so much, everybody.
Nice to
Love
hear
you
from
all.
you. You're a definite old timer, and we love to hear from our old timers. So thank you so much. All right, next we've got Milo, Nashville Milo, and he's going to be speaking with us. Come on down, Milo. Did he get booted? Everybody look for him. It appears that he got, maybe Zoom booted him out, I think. Let's have him come in a little bit later. Okay, now we go on to Miss Robin Noble, our eloquent, lovely voice in the house.
Hey, Lynn, I just brought Milo in just to let you know. I apologize for cutting you off.
Oh no, okay, Milo, are you ready? Let's see, let me make him co-host so he can speak. Is he in? There he is. Okay.
Yeah, he's here. I see him.
All right.
I cannot. There we go. I got unmuted.
Yeah.
I did get kicked out. I got kicked out, but I got back in. What an amazing webinar and speakers that have been talking today. If you're not excited, man, there's something wrong, man, because we are for the time of our life. And And Ron and Lynn, it's so good to be talking with you. I think the last time I talked with you guys was in Boston. I sat down with you and talked, and we had a great time. But a couple of things that I would like to say, and I can't see my clock, so if I get going too long, man, someone knock me off or whatever. But it was so exciting at the listening to Mr. Ashley, and of course, I get so much from it. Not I get a lot from the first time, but I get a lot more from the second and the third and the fourth time. I try to listen to it. I read the notes and stuff, and if you're not reading the notes, man, you should be reading the notes, and you know that will bring more life to it. But a couple of things that he mentioned that I just want to bring up is he talked about applications. Now, what OTAC talked about, that's great. I mean, all of that stuff is, some of it's even, I don't know, maybe over my head on some of it, but he talked about applications, and he even mentioned he mentioned Uber. Of course, all of you know I love to drive Uber, and normally I'm out driving Uber tonight, but I wrecked my van, so I'm without a vehicle. But anyway, he talked about Uber and how, you know, the apps are. Now, I'm just imagining, and I can't say this is going to happen, but I'm assuming he's got something in mind with an app that will take the place of Uber. Now, if anyone doesn't know how Uber works, let me tell you, it's probably not as well as you think. I love it because I love to go out and I love to meet people and I love to talk to people. But when I first started driving Uber a few years ago, I was getting 80% of the ride. The company got 20% because they provide the app. Well, that has since changed, and now it's 50-50. I get 50%, they get 50%. I have the car, I have the insurance. They even make me buy an extra insurance policy. And, you know, I got maintenance, I got tires, I got gas, I got all of that on it. You know, and I'm getting 50% of the ride. They have the app and they're getting 50%. Now, corruption, I don't know. But anyway, so this could possibly change the world for everyone, because the riders themselves, they paying a lot of money and they think the drivers are making all that money. Well, they're not. Even from the airport, I only get 30%. You know, so this is going to change the whole world, I believe. You know, and you got the same thing with Airbnb, VRBO, you know, Lyft, all these different companies that have the apps. I think we're going to have apps that will take the place of it. At least I'm hoping for that. But that was an amazing thing. Another thing that maybe Jeffrey Morlock or Marty can answer for me on this one is, at one point he said we would have products for like 8 billion, but it was going to go to 80 billion. Now, was he saying that our lives are going to get longer? There's going to be more people on the earth and it's going to multiply that way? Or was he saying that we're going to, you know, the 8 billion is going to maybe get 10 each? Or I'd like to be enlightened on that if someone's got an answer. But I tell you what, I love going back and watching your show and stuff. The OTEC guys are tremendous, and I think my 5 minutes is about up. So, hey, thank you for letting me talk, Ron and Lynn. You guys are doing a terrific job. Oh, and by the way, if I could, I would like to say that tomorrow on the ONPASSIVE Milo show, we will have Dr. Deborah, and she's amazing. I talked to her on the phone, and medical, and I mean, she has the full gamut. And I talked to her. Now we won't be going into any questions, personal questions. You're not going to be able to ask her any personal questions, but you can comment on what she says and stuff. Believe me, we are going to want to get behind this. I believe, at least I know I am. It's a project I'm going to want to get behind, and that's what we do on Saturday. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate you guys. I love all of you. I love all the founders.
Thank you for being here, and I like how you think outside of the box. I got so many good ideas from you, Milo. I love you. Thank you so much. All right. So next we've got, the voice. We have Robin Noble, and she's going to be sharing her thoughts with us. Oh, wait, let me find her first. Okay, I'm gonna make you co-host, Robin. And you can speak to us.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Ron and Lynn, for inviting me to be here with you this evening. Friday nights are always a special night, and having this type of evening and celebration and discussion is always very helpful and enlightening at the end of a week that has usually had lots of interesting things unfold. Tonight, I'm going to talk about DCC. Do, complete, celebrate. You've all done. You all did the do part. You joined. You're part of ONPASSIVE. You did the do part. You shared this with people. You shared this with others whom you respected enough and wanted to help bring in to have the same opportunity of advancing their own situations in life, but also helping to change their financial situations. We're now in the complete phase. The complete phase is now mostly for Ash and his teams to be doing, the tech teams, and they've been doing a fantastic job of this. They're bringing products up to speed for us. They're bringing situations to the business side of what ONPASSIVE is, allowing us to enjoy life and not worry about having to go out and learn all these different areas. Do this business part of it. We were told at the beginning it would be done for us. That was part of the do part. That's what Ash is doing. That's what his teams are doing. So their version and into the complete side of it is exciting because that's the phase that we are right in now. So what do we have to do to be complete? We have to be ready so that when we get the information from Ash and that we are able to then pay and activate and help our team members and help our founders and those who we've brought in activate, that's a complete section. And that's going to be repeated a few times as we go through the evolution now of ONPASSIVE, as we move into the different sections, the different sectors, the different products in the months and years ahead, because this is ongoing. This is never going to stop. Do is not a one-time aspect. Do is a continuous doing, moving forward, moving into the future. And then comes the last C, the celebration. And are we ever going to be doing that around the world? Celebrating individually, celebrating with those we help to bring in to help and enjoy this as well, celebrating together with our groups, with our teams online, and celebrating most of all with Ash in gratitude, appreciation, and with the tech team, and with all the different teams who have helped to bring this to this point. So the celebration is going to be global. And once we start, it's going to take on a ripple effect. You know, they do that thing in the stands at sports shows, and that I think they call it the wave, and that starts on one side and just goes around and around. Well, that's how our celebration is going to start and pick up as we go around the world, with everybody getting excited, everybody being part of this. And even those who are not yet part of ONPASSIVE, they will see this wave going around. They will hear and feel the excitement, and they will then come to celebrate with us as well. So DCC is where we're at now. This is what we're doing. Do, complete, and celebrate. Thank you very much, Lynn and Ron. Marty, you're lucky I didn't talk after you.
I love that. DCC, it's an acronym that will help us do those things that you just recommended. And I am looking forward to this global celebration, which includes not only us founders, but those who will come afterwards. And you know that the world is going to come to us as customers and or resellers. So we'll have a lot more people than we have today as people realize what ONPASSIVE really is about and what it offers to the world. So I'm really excited about that. So let's do our DCC, people. Follow Robin's advice. Thank you, Robin. Now we go on to, I think we'll have Julie. Are you really ready, Julie, to speak? Come on down, Julie.
Hi, Lynn.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Hello, all our friends around the world. Thanks so much, Ron and Lynn, to give me the opportunity just to speak tonight. You know, when I was looking at your invitation to talk about ONPASSIVE, the Takeoff is Imminent, To be honest with you, I couldn't even pronounce the word. And I, in my own humble confessions, I didn't really know what that means, right? So I looked it up. I did. I looked it up and it said something about it's about to happen, right? So, well, in my humble heart and mind, it has already happened. It has already happened the day that I said, I want to be and I want to live and I want to do ONPASSIVE the rest of my life, right? So ONPASSIVE truly has transformed our life, our mind. To the normal people, you know, they don't get it. They don't see it. But to the people who spend the past 4 years, 3 years, 2 months, whatever the amount that when they joined ONPASSIVE, they know that ONPASSIVE already happening, right? We breathing it every day. We breathe it, we live it, right? And it's literally transforming us into more kind, more love, right? We learn more. We are more creative in certain things that we do, right? So I just want to say that, you know, to all of our friends that are watching this here in this platform or on Facebook or on YouTube, that really don't get it. It's not too late. It's not too late at all. All you got to do is stay tapped in, stay engaged, stay open-minded and open-hearted, and stay connecting with the people that actually see ONPASSIVE, right? And I do know, I do understand, because when I joined ONPASSIVE in March 2019, for almost 2 years, I didn't get it. It's because I have so many things in life that kind of cover my face or my eyes or my mind. I didn't get to see it. So all I'm asking everyone here and who's currently watching this video is shed all your worries, cast it aside, because life will look differently and will feel differently if you actually looking at it in a different angle, in a different perspective, right? If we see the problems that we are facing in our life nowadays, that's all we can see. But if we could remove ourselves from the problem that we are facing and look at it in a different angle, different perspective in life, we're going to see it differently. And when we do that, it will help us to understand more on things that we are dealing with. Remember, everything will be okay at the end. It is not the end, right? And ONPASSIVE will never be the end. So all we have to do is just join in, tap in, stay engaged, be part of it, and stay connected as much as you can. Stay humble, right? Stay humble. Not only that, when we are looking at people personality, or when we're looking at things in a different directions, in different angle, we will see them differently, right? So if we are currently working with someone right now and see the weakness in them, how about looking at their strength? How about looking at the good and the you know the good in their heart, the meaning of what they are doing, so that we can all tap and stay in together? Because I believe without ONPASSIVE, we wouldn't have more people who wants to help other people. The world is just running like the way it is now. But when ONPASSIVE come to the world, there's no longer monopoly. There's no longer the big people or the small people. There will be the people of the world. And there will be the people that willing to reach out to help other people, to change other people's life. And it all starts with all of us here, founders of ONPASSIVE. So is it gonna happen? Is it about to happen? In my own heart and mind, it's already happened, because it has transforming many people, and especially transforming me to be a better person, a kinder person, a more patient person, and the more loving person, right? So how much of ONPASSIVE changed you? It is something that you want to look into. It is something that you gonna ask yourself, am I doing this because I want more money in life? Do I want to have an abundance living? Or it satisfies me more if I'm here to change someone's life, one person at a time, one heart at a time. And I believe we all can do that. So it's up to you. It's up to you whether or not you want to change, right? Thank you, Ron and Lynn, doing a great job, consistently doing every week to have this get together with founders around the world. So keep going. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Julie, for contributing as always. Great message. Next, we're gonna have, before we go on to Marty, I wanna just say to Joy, we have Joy Badass in the house, and I know you've been raising your hand, and when you raise your hand, that means you want to come from attendees to become a panelist. But when I ask you to come to the panel, you decline. So I just wanna let you know that when you raise your hand, that means you wanna come to the panel. So just in case you didn't see my messages in the chat, all right? We're not ignoring you at all. So now, next in line, and Karina will be having our question and answer in a bit, not right now, Karina. So we will announce when it's time to make comments and speak, which will be very shortly. But first, we would like to hear from Marty DeGarmo.
Great webinar, great information, great stuff going on. Yeah, it's about to happen. We know that. Whatever the word is, it's coming, and it's coming within a couple of weeks. And I could tell you that that webinar yesterday blew me away, but that word's not, it's a joke. Of course it blew me away, it blew us all away. One of the things that really I thought was so cool is, I remember in the last 3 years, as this company was getting ready to build into this massive, massive movement, all the worries people had. How am I going to do my KYC? Am I going to be able to do this? How am I going to do, I don't have any way to do this. So there's no way. And if we listen to Ash the last 2 months, he slowly but surely answered every one of those questions. And what did he do? He made it even more simple. Everything he said, if you're looking how he said he's going to do the KYC, when he's done, everybody, every corner of the world is going to be able to get in and do what they have to do. Every question I ever heard and people being upset, and I said, well, wait, we'll get the answer. We don't know yet. Yesterday, a lot of those answers were given to us if you listen. And if you're not sure, go back and listen to it. I mean, I know I have a lot of family in Papua New Guinea, and I know all the questions they had. What are we going to do about this? We have people that don't have that. It was answered yesterday, big time. And I want to remind you, Ash did a little scenario on, he didn't use money, but he meant money. And anything I say right now is my opinion. But when he brought up Amazon and laughed and said, well, how many millionaires did they make? 40,000? Well, I want to tell you, if this company from one product or a couple products, 2 or 3 or whatever, brings in $1 trillion, that does mean that they're going to hand back 500 million. And newsflash, do the math. You don't even have to be that good at it. You could drop a few 100,000. See how well you're going to do, or the potential of where we're going. That's 1 or 2 products. And then on top of all that, what did he say? The digital platform, he's almost already forgot about it. So it's one dot in the size of this massive, massive organization. When he says dream bigger, I understand that now. Did I know that a year ago? No, it was a phrase. And I thought, well, I'll try to dream bigger. In fact, I didn't dream at all. I'll be honest with you. There was ideas. I might want to do something. I thought I could do something. And another thing he said that blew me away, and I think this is, I went through it and so did most other people, as ONPASSIVE was growing, especially people like Milo and people that Tony and people that have been here 3.5, 4 years. We didn't have anything to compare it to. So our comparisons was always a company we have been with or a company we know about. And the last year or 7, 8 months, I realized there's no one to compare it to. And I'm not going to go back and say, could you imagine if you did this? I don't want to imagine that. If I went back and said, could I imagine if I was a founder in Amazon, that would be degrading myself because I'm a founder and I'm passive. Okay. Well, I'd love to go back and say, oh, I met Steve Jobs, or I met Bill Gates personally. I met Ash Mufareh. Trust me, these names that we throw around from the past, he's going to be up there as big, if not bigger than all of them, for what he did for mankind, for the platform that he developed. And believe it or not, he said yesterday, he goes, let go of what you think or what you thought. Because in the world we're at now, it needs a new dictionary. It needs a new encyclopedia. It needs a new way of doing everything, because none of this adds up. It's a different math. ONPASSIVE is a math we've never done. You would think a company like this would be so easy to launch, but it's so beautiful. It's too good to be true. I think that scares everyone. I think countries come in and go, you want to do what? Well, we want to do that. And they must be thinking, this guy is insane. You can't do that. You can't do this. And remember, all the laws, especially the United States, were built around nasty companies. That's why they were formed. That's why the laws were there. They don't have a law for ONPASSIVE. No laws were written to compensate for a company like ONPASSIVE. Think about that. None. You want to do what? Automatically, what do? They do the same thing we did. Oh, this has got to be a scam. This can't be right. Nobody would want to do that. But I think they find out as time goes on, this guy means what he says. He's showing the proof. He's showing the proof. He said it on a webinar. He'll give all your money back. You want it back? I don't think we could get 10 people to ask for their money back. Do countries think we're insane? Wait a minute, you work for this company, or you've done videos, or you did this, or you did a show for 4 years and didn't get paid a dime? Yeah, that can't be true. Nobody in their right mind would do that. That's why people that don't have the heart or don't have the ONPASSIVE feeling think we're insane. That's why marketers did not come. They're coming. I said they did not come. They're going to come in hordes. The reason I brought up the question, Mr. Mufareh, are you ready for the opposite? Yes, it's going to get big, and there could be 100 million people in a year. Are you ready for 100 million in a month? I mean, I think once people know about ONPASSIVE, it's going to be like a fire, and it's going to explode, and all this stuff. You know, we heard now that one of these places, one of these companies actually are brought up one of the little ideas that he said on a webinar. There's a lot of talk in Fortune 500 companies with the word ONPASSIVE brought up at a board meeting. Who the hell is this company? Who do they think they are? Where did they come from? We're about to smack them in the ass because we're right there. We are right there. Keep the faith. Be proud of who you are and what we have. And yes, 40,000 millionaires is a freaking joke. It's a freaking joke, because remember this, what we know, even if it's 10%, has to come through founders. Now think of the 90% we don't know. Try sleeping on that tonight. Anyway, that's all I got.
Marty. I must say this. I love how you say, that's all I got. Because that's all I got is a lot. You know what I mean? But you're always so humble at the end. That's all I got. As if you didn't just lay out on us a whole bunch of good stuff. Thank you, Marty. We appreciate you. All right. We are now going to Veronica. Let me make sure okay. Veronica Wang from PNG. And she's going to come and speak with us. You can unmute and speak, Veronica.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
Thank you, Lynn.
Do you have your video by perchance?
I do, but I just don't want to risk being thrown out. So
I understand.
Yeah.
I
So,
get it.
but thank you for having me on. Well, what do you say after Marty speaks? I mean, he just blew us.
True.
When the Godfather PNG talks, I mean, everything just moves. Thank you. After yesterday's, after the webinar with Ash, we've all had sleepless nights. I couldn't sleep. I probably went to sleep about 2 or 3 o'clock, just imagining what Ash has said, and just listening to our OTEC pros breaking it down just now, it just totally blows my mind. ONPASSIVE is more than a game changer. It's just going to change the dynamics of how we do everything. You know, my journey with ONPASSIVE started in April of 2020 when my blesser, the late Fred Lavaki, introduced me to ONPASSIVE. And I attended a webinar in, I think it was July or August of 2020, and I had Ash Mufareh speaking then. And he said, we will reinvent everything that you know about the internet. I keep coming back to that because that's what pulled me into ONPASSIVE. That got to me. And since then, not just me, but everybody since then, we've watched our ONPASSIVE as evolved from an online marketing company into a giant technology company that it is. And Marty is right. We don't have anything that we can compare ONPASSIVE to, whether it's in the way it's about to do business or the values of the company. There is no other company that you can compare ONPASSIVE to. ONPASSIVE is in a league of its own. When Ash said in 2020 that we were going to reinvent the internet as you know it, I thought, well, change is imminent. He's going to change the way we do things on the internet. And I want to be part of this. I didn't know Ash Mufareh. I didn't know who he was or his own personal history or any of that. But I listened and I heard what he said. And it was the way he said it. I was convicted back then. Over the years, we've come to know Ash, his family. We've come to see the team in Hyderabad grow. Now we have an office in Dubai. We have office in Singapore. We've evolved from a digital, from producing, developing digital products to many other products, including having our own data center. So we have evolved ONPASSIVE as a company, and the founders, we have evolved and we've changed to it because of by association with Ash and his vision. Last year, I was just sitting and meditating on how my journey has come with ONPASSIVE. And I realized, in the book of Habakkuk, it says, there is a passage in the Bible where it says, write the vision. I think, let me just check. Yes, it's in Habakkuk 2. It says, write the vision, make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. That's how it has been with ONPASSIVE and Ash Mufareh. He asked us to believe in him. For me, it was a leap of faith. I believed in what he said. I took that leap of faith to introduce ONPASSIVE to my people. You know, I thank David Bakau and I thank Mati Digamo, because through these two men, ONPASSIVE came into PNG in a big way, and we've got a big team, you know, a great number of people in Papua New Guinea who will benefit. It's all about sharing and caring. You know, Ash has done so much, and he continues to deliver so much to us well. Each time we hear, when Ash talks, for me, it's like we're having a birthday party. Every time he comes to webinar and he talks, we celebrate. We have insomnia because we're trying to digest what he says. And then our old tech pros, they break it down for us. We digest it and we're just so full. And think, is this enough? I mean, how much better can it get? It gets better each time, every time. It keeps stacking the cool. Who does what he does? No one. There is no way we can compare him to anyone. We cannot even compare ONPASSIVE or the way things are done in ONPASSIVE to anyone or any other company on this planet. You know, truly, when he said change was imminent, it was imminent back then when we first added, but it keeps evolving and changing. We're going to launch ONPASSIVE, launch in the real true sense of launch. And everyone is so excited. I am just so thrilled to the max. This journey with ONPASSIVE has been worth it. And, you know, it has introduced us to so many friends all around the world. I am so blessed. I mean, Ash blessed us. And I've been surrounded by, we are all surrounded by 1.4 million plus blessers who will then carry on the legacy and bless and impact their own families, their own community, and their country. Lynn, thank you for having me on. It's just listening to everyone. It's just, this is where we keep the fire burning. You know, we refuel, we build, and we go from there, from strength to strength. Thank you so much.
We always hear you speaking with such passion and emotion. So thank you so much. Now we go on to John White, and we're looking forward to hearing from him. Go ahead, John.
Hello, friends. I am totally fired up. And do you understand why I'm able to be fired up? It's because we have something that has been designed for us to take the financial worries out of all of our lives. When I first came into ONPASSIVE, I only wanted to supplement my security. Now it's going to be in abundance, but it's not going to be from the government. It's going to be from this wealth generating company, Mr. Aspafara and his technical geniuses have devised. It's almost like he started with a molehill and he's created Mount Everest. And all of us are on that journey. And it makes me feel really good when you can look around, say on this panel, or the 1.4 million who are founders, to understand the position that we're in. We're in a most powerful financial position that has never occurred. See, the wealth has always been here, but most of the wealth flowed up. Mr. Mafare has designed something where the wealth flows down. Can you imagine being someone who's going to share 50%, not of the gross sales, but the net profit? We won't have to look at bills that are going to be paid. He's paying all the bills. We're getting all of the benefits. And we thank him, his family, and everyone who saw the vision. See, we hoped that ONPASSIVE would be successful. In a couple of weeks, we'll know. So the hope will not be a hope anymore. It's a reality. Thank you very much. And I really appreciate it. And I think I did less than 5 minutes. I yield my time, remaining time, to the next speaker.
Great job, John. Always a great contribution. Appreciate you. All right, so now we are done with our speakers, and this is the time for open mic, and it will be moderated. Oh, we're gonna have, okay, we're gonna have people raise their hands, and we'll have Ron moderate it. He's gonna be the timekeeper unless he wants me to be the timekeeper. So up to you, Ron.
You can do the time. I can't find it on my phone.
Okay, yeah, I'll use mine then.
All righty. All righty. Okay. Wow, what a webinar, huh, folks? Did we learn anything? We learned that everybody's happy, and everybody's going to be more happy in just a few weeks. And we appreciate all our speakers and for coming and speaking with us. All right, the first one we have up is Mr. Okay, Sat, go ahead.
Yana. So are you going to give the time limitations? So
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Okay, so I'm setting the timer. It's an audible timer, you guys. So as you use up the 2 minutes, it's going to go bing, bing, or whatever it is, whatever sound it is, and it will keep ringing just to keep reminding you to finish up. All right. This is because we have, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people who want to share. We want to get to everyone. Thank you.
Sat, go ahead. How do you pronounce your first name?
Satyanarayana, sir.
Okay.
Satyanarayana. Yes, yes, sir. Namaste, sir. Namaste.
We'll call you Sat.
Thank you so
Is that
much.
all right?
Okay, yes, sir. Satya, you can call me, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, simply. Yes, sir, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. As Marty sir said, it's right. Intelligence not always working to be in the right position. Yes, to having a good heart came here. All the persons having good heart have come here. All the persons having intelligence can always think logically, but having heart can come to the right place. We all are blessed to be here. I'm very happy. Actually, this is a great position and also a great community. By God's grace only, we all came here. I think I'm very happy to be here. Thank God we all here and very safe here to be. It's a great community and it's a great company. Very happy to be here. Thank you so much, Esther, for giving all the founders this much of great opportunity. We all are blessed, actually. Thank you so much. Thank God for giving us this great opportunity. Only having heart, when compared to intelligence, the heart, loving heart, can give us more and more and more. Thank God. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity for this great position. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Lin Ma'am, Rob sir. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to talk something. Thank you so much. Very happy to be here.
Thank you for joining us on Friday Night Live. You're about here every week, I think. So thank you. All righty, next we have the lovely Karina Lance from Canada. Come on down, Karina.
Can you hear me?
Okay, time's up.
We hear you.
Thank you, Ron. Lynn, thank you so much. I'll be quick. I just wanted to say that ONPASSIVE went about being imminent. Yes. It's been like, I've been a founder for 4 years, so I know it's imminent. I tell people and protect ONPASSIVE all the time in the last few years here. But it's been an amazing journey, and I just want to say I enjoyed it with all of you guys. I enjoyed the ride. I love you guys so much. I wish my team would engage a little bit more, like be connected the way that we are, because this opportunity won't be coming around ever again. And it's sad that they've missed such an amazing movement that this is, right? So I look forward to celebrating with you guys and with Ash, and looking forward to the financial freedom and giving back to others. ONPASSIVE obviously will change our lives, as you know, and it will change others as we change others' lives as well. The train's left, I always say, the train's left the station and it's picking up speed. So buckle up and be happy, because we are in it to win it, right? I mean, we are very blessed. So Ash always says, do or die, and no one plans to die. So it's a done deal and nobody can stop ONPASSIVE. And Ash is our friend. So he cares for us and he shows us that all the time. And especially lately, he's been showing us all along the road, along the way, right? So anyway, I believe that Ash and ONPASSIVE has been sent from God. I said that like right from the start. And I believe that God has ONPASSIVE in his hands, because he knows what this is going to do for the world and for humanity. And I just feel really blessed to be here. And yeah, thank you so much for giving me the time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Karina. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Next, we have the young Mr. Eric Kessler. Go ahead, Eric. No volume, Eric. Try it again. Try to unmute again. Still can't hear you, buddy. Are you using headphones, earplugs? Unplug them.
He's muted, Ron.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah,
when
it
he
shows you're unmuted, but no sound, Eric. Play with it a little bit. Play with it a little bit, and when you cut, and we'll get back to you, okay? All right. Now we have the Louisiana man, the crawdad picking, eating Richard Lamuth. Unmute yourself, Richard.
Okay, can you hear me?
It's a
Okay,
mutt. There we go.
Hold on just a minute. Let's let Eric go, Richard. I'll come right back to you.
Sorry about that, Richard. Didn't
That's
mean
all
to
right.
jump in there. Anyway, I just want to say 2 great webinars. Thursday night was another one of those ones where I just kind of pinch myself and say, wow, I really am a part of this. I really am a part of this. And I was so excited from that. And then I come on here and I see everybody and I spend more time with you guys than I do my own family. So that's a good thing for me. Not that I have a bad family, but I love all y'all, you know. And I'm just so excited. And wasn't it great to have Cindy Hopkins come on tonight? I remember Cindy from the get-go when I first got into this. Now, you know, on November 20th is a big thing that's going to be happening. That's also my 3rd year anniversary. Coincidence? I think not. So anyway, just a little joke there, but I just appreciate you all so much, and I appreciate the tech guys. They really hit stuff right on the head and make it more plain for us. And then Marty gets me all charged up because, well, he's Marty. You know, that's all you need to say. And I appreciate Tony, and I appreciate Lynn and Ron so much. You know, Lynn and Ron's show on Friday night is the place to be. ONPASSIVE is the life for me. You know, I would not be any other place. And I'm glad we're all in this ONPASSIVE race. So I'm just thankful to be here, and I'm thankful to be part of ONPASSIVE. Thanks, Ash Mafar, for all he's done. Someday I hope I get to meet him personally and show him my gratitude. So anyway, I guess that's all I got to say. Love you all. Bless and be happy.
Thanks, Eric. And we thank you for being here every Friday. We appreciate it. All right, now let's go back to Richard. Unmute yourself, Richard.
I love all you beautiful men, women, and children of the world from the bottom of my heart. Well, you know how Ash tells us that we have to do a good deed every day. Well, he also said that only one high power called God guides us. Well, for the first time, I went to the restaurant with my wife tonight, and I forgot my wallet. This has never happened to me before. There's a reason for everything. When I left from there, I stopped at a Dollar General, and as I was leaving there, this lady parked right next to me. She was shaking, and she told me, she said, I was at a party with my husband, everybody's drunk. I don't have enough gas to make it home. Can you put $20 of gas in my tank? So I told her, well, just park here, right over there. And I says, I'll be back. I'll go get my wallet and I'll come back. I came back all right. Here's 5 police cars surrounding her. Oh, so I walked out and I said, man, does it take 5 of years for one skinny little woman? And the officer just come up to me and he says, who are you? Well, I says, I'm a guy who's been clean for 38 years and I was gonna help this lady. So they took my information and they looked at my license plate, and one officer came up to me and he says, okay, I got it. We don't play with you, don't we? So I just told the officer, well, what's going on? I says, I think she might be abused. So anyway, they decided to call the ambulance, bring her to the hospital, and park her car. They towed away her car, and they thanked me for trying to help the lady. And they all gave me a handshake, and I said, thank you for your services. And that was how God protected me today. So I've always said we all have this heart of love from God. Well, I'll tell you, if you believe in him, I guarantee you he'll protect you. And I found that out today. Oh, I was willing to help the lady. I was going to bring her to the gas station. I was going to put some gas in her car, but I guess God protected her from maybe being in an accident. I don't know. But at least I tried to do that one good thing today. And tomorrow I'm going to go back to the car wash that hires the homeless, and I'll do a good deed there. I love you all. Big kiss, big hug. Thank you for listening to this old fart.
Thank you, Richard. We appreciate it.
And it's a mutt. It's not a moth. It's a mutt. Woof,
okay,
woof.
mutt. The mutt. All right, got it. Phew, wow. Next we have Verana. Unmute yourself, Verana, and tell us what you think. Well, no, don't tell us what you think. Just say what you want to say.
It's Verona.
See? What the heck? I'm just going to start saying, go ahead, darling, and go ahead, buddy.
I go through this all the time, so don't feel bad at all. Thank you so much, Ron and Lynn. I go through this all the time, so I get used to it. So it's not a problem. So let me just dive right into it. It is a great day to be alive. It is a great day to be thankful. It is a great day to be humble. And I just want to appreciate what you're doing right here. And first, I want to appreciate our brother Ash for expanding his dreams and his vision and his dear little heart to all of us here. It's because he expanded his heart and his dreams. We are all here as a one big happy family. So there's a song that says, if you're happy and you know, say amen. So we all could say amen if we are happy. But there's something about life. Life teaches us how to learn things. And we learn as we born into this world. And as we grow into this world, we have to relearn to fit in. We have to relearn to adapt. We have to relearn to accept change. And this right here is a fabulous, it is a fantastic, it is an amazing change that we have to wrap ourselves around it, wrap our mind around it, wrap our heart around it, that this change is not going anywhere. This change is here to stay. You see, we all been through all this chaos for the past 4 years. And what God did, he preserved all of us for such a time as this. So let us gear ourselves to know that there's a train that is about to take off. And when it takes off, there's no stopping. So if you're on the train, let me tell you, it is moving. So I'm going to leave you with this one question. What more do you want Ash to do? Thank you.
Amen, sis. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. Okay, now this next lady, I got her name. Okay, I got it. It's Jane. Jane, unmute yourself.
And you got it right the first time too.
Hey, how about that, huh? Good thing you didn't have another letter in it.
Right, right. Well, hey, I just wanted to say it's like how exciting. I mean, it just gets more and more exciting all the time, right? And you know, when I first heard about ONPASSIVE, you know, I was just blown away, and I was like, oh, you mean you don't have to build your own, you know, website? You don't have to do your own Canva. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You don't have to come up with your own CRM. Sign me on. You know, and it was so exciting to me. And, you know, at first I just wanted to have enough to pay bills, cover things that I needed to pay, you know, it's kind of like going up a ladder, you know, and the first ladder, or an escalator, maybe we'll say that, you know, and the next step is like, oh, great, I can use this and I can get out of debt. This is great. You know, okay, this even gets better, because the next step is like, oh man, I can leave a legacy for my kids. Wow, I've got 4 kids, so I need to leave quite a legacy, right? Okay. And then it goes and it gets even better, because then it's like, I've always had a heart like the rest of you to help others. And this is going to supply my needs and let me have such a surplus that I can help so many people in so many ways. I mean, is that great or not? And then it's kind of like, you know, and it kind of goes, it gets even better to be able to have the hope to accomplish a dream that I've had for years of buying a farm in the mountains and being able to build a refuge for people who need some time off of whatever they're due. I know there's a lot of ministers and missionaries who need just a time of respite. And I'm thinking, wow, this is the vehicle I can use to do that. So it's kind of like really having the opportunity to do that is like incredible. And now we're at the top of the escalator, at the top of the ladder, and we're getting ready to get on this rocket ship and launch. I mean, how great is that? I mean, thank you, Ash Mafara. Thank you, all of my family, whom I deeply love. And I just thank you all. Love you, love you, love you.
Thank you, Jane. Love you too.
Lynn.
Thank you too. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you. Smiles. Dr. Smiles Benny. Come on down.
Brother Ron.
Hey.
Auntie Lynn. Sorry. Sorry. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to my brothers and sisters on this amazing webinar in different parts of the globe. Now, when it comes to Imminent, I found out that it is about to happen, right? Now, as Sister Corina said, and Sister Verona, that the train is about to take off, right? So, but to me, the plane is about to take off. That's right. Now, guess what? I have been waiting, and I know all of us have been waiting. But those who have been complaining or who were complaining that why is it that it's not happening? Now, the time has arrived. Are you ready? Are you ready to pay that activation fee? Are you? All right. Just to let each and everyone know, especially those who are utilizing their cell phones, the time has arrived that you know the hackers are out there waiting for you. I want you all to be very, very careful when it comes to password security. Make sure you have at least 16 characters, right? Alphanumeric. Please do that. Right now, I want to take this moment to thank our CEO because he saw the vision. He was not selfish. He decided that he wanted to help all of us. But the person who sent him to us is our Father. And I know that he trusts in him. Yes, everything is about him. God is taking care of all of us. But some of us that saw the vision, we are still here. There are people out there laughing at us. But guess what? Pretty soon we will be the one laughing at them. Oh yes. Guess what? Our CEO stated that either I do or I die. Which person would say such a thing, right? Is there any leader or a CEO that will say either I do or I die? Because the Lord sent him to us. I want to thank our tech brothers and sisters in Hyderabad. They are the one, and they will be the one to continue to develop our organic products. When I talk about organic products, these products were built from scratch. I just want to take this moment to thank each and every founder. Now, despite the fact that you guys are going to receive this money, are you ready to help those who are in need?
Stop, Dr.
Thank you so much.
Sorry. I think you went 4 minutes.
I'm done.
You got the golden buzzer.
I am.
Ring, 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 ring.
Dr. Benny, you're killing me. I'm like, ring, ring, and she keeps talking and talking. I was like, I don't think
Thank you, Benny. We appreciate you.
Here.
Appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Dr. Benny.
Thank
All
you.
righty. All right, this next guy, let me try. I think I can get this first name right. Ron, come on down. Unmute yourself, buddy. There you go.
Okay. You hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right, great. Yes, thank you very much, Ron. I've been waiting for this moment to come. The first time to be speaking on the Ron and Lynn Friday Night Live show.
All right.
So just wanted to say hey, and thank you so much. I absolutely love this webinar. I've been at these webinars as often as I possibly can, and I'm ready to speak. I'm actually ready to voice my opinions, tell people
Awesome.
what I think of ONPASSIVE. And just a little thing, I know it's 2 minutes and I ain't got a long time, but I want to plant a little seed. And that seed is, this is bigger than life. Passive is bigger than life. So when Ash says, think bigger, got to think about life. Very large. Life is huge. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about being bigger. And at the same time, this isn't just any old company. This is a company that literally there is no comparison in the world. They first ever. Don't know what that means. It's huge. It's massively, not the size of the company, the value that ONPASSIVE is bringing. That's the secret knows about yet. They do find out. Marty's right. We aren't ready for the crowd to come rushing in the door. The door isn't wide enough for them all to get through at the same time. That's what's going to really happen. I happen to be in a high-tech business myself. Saw this coming. I spent a lot of time checking out ONPASSIVE before I got into it. 2 weeks, I was a true founder. Always been there. Always be. But I think that Ash, I believe, when this is all said and done, creating a new culture by which we will all be living. ONPASSIVE culture. One that has a lot of love, trust, true life, the way it was supposed to be lived. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Ron. We appreciate it. You're in Leesburg, aren't you?
No, I am in Dunedin.
Dunedin. Okay. All right.
Clearwater.
You're Clearwater. Oh, you're over by Lynn.
Yes, I am. 13 miles
All right.
away from Lynn.
Cool. Cool. All righty. We appreciate you being here, buddy.
I
Thank you very
appreciate being
much.
here, and thank you very much for letting me say my my piece.
You're welcome. More than welcome. More than welcome. Okay,
I'll-
Miss Ivy, come on down. Go ahead. You're
Okay.
unmuted.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Hello, good evening to everybody. And I just want to let Chris Johnson know I heard about his haircut today on his webinar, and I think the haircut looks good. Yeah, I saw that. I heard it. Yeah. So the takeoff is imminent. Now, my spin on it is, when a woman is going to have a baby, she prepares. She's going to prepare, and we go to work. You get dresses for the baby, and even when you give birth to that baby, you have to dress the baby up. So at this moment, all that I have to say is we have to get to work. You know, who is on your team? I have a team of, I don't know how many, but I know 20 of them. I have a doctor, I have an engineer, and today I was talking to one of them. I said, what are you going to bring to ONPASSIVE? I said, I want everybody to be creative. I have one guy, since we started ONPASSIVE with us about 2020, he's reading 20 books. I said, yeah, we have to make use of the gift that is given to us. So if I have a lady, I said, you're a seamstress. Are you ready to put 2,000 clothes when the traffic is open to you? I said, that's what you should be looking at. I said, the money is going to come. Ash has that figured out. Let us figure out our creativity. What did God put in you that you want to give to others? That is the most important thing. The money is there, forget it. What is in you? So if I have an engineer, I said, what are you going to bring to ONPASSIVE? Today I asked one of them, I said, who are you? What are you? And I even told him, I said, it's not even what you are today. What are you dreaming of? What makes you happy that you can add to somebody's life? I said, let's get to work. This baby is going to be born. The lady is already pregnant. Ash is already pregnant. We've seen signs. The belly is already out. So that baby is coming. Are you ready? What dress are you going to put on? Do you get me? And then he talked about bless. Bless, my take on it is, you're going to bless people. Just like the speaker said, who are you going to bless? Now, we've already put our foot in the water. You know, my mom used to say, the one who shares the little is the one who is going to share when a lot comes in. That's your one bread. Are you sharing it? Your $1, are you sharing it? Are you getting me? We heard Ash talk about Chris. He said that because he saw Chris do something, share his little, he is now in charge of bless. So let us put our foot in the water. Have you started identifying? Have you ever given somebody a cup of water? Have you ever bought a cup of soup for somebody? So let's go to work. I heard her ask yesterday. I heard his heart. It's like, okay, we're all coming to thank him. Let's thank him by our works and our preparation. Let us show him how we're going out there to get prepared. How many people are you getting prepared? The people on your team. I heard Marty, he's ready. When it launches, he's going to share emails. What are you going to do? The preparation and the thanks that we can give to Ash and all the team is making use of everything they are telling us to do. So I'll just end here because I think my time is up, but I'm loaded, I'm full, and I'm excited of the gift that has been given to us that we can share. The sharing is in the works. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Ivy.
We're asking you to kind of abide by the 2 minutes, please. I know Ron and I, we're softies, but we would like to try to keep with the 2 minutes because as you see, we have quite a few more speakers to go and we'll want everybody to have their time. Thank you.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
I forgot to put my on. Thank you.
And Ivy, I don't think Ash is pregnant. The belly is from eating a lot.
I didn't hear that.
He likes to eat. Ash likes to eat. That's where the belly is, okay?
Okay.
All right, Nathaniel from PNG, come on down, buddy.
Hi, Ron. Can you hear me?
Hey, buddy. Go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, good evening from PNG, and thank you very much. It's a beautiful show today. The turn-up is bright and good. Presentations are very good, excellent. Yes, it's imminent. We are at the threshold to see our baby unicorn give its first appearance to the stage around the globe. And I am so proud and privileged to be part of this this occasion. After the corporate webinar, I realized that there's something that has driven Mr. Mufari, and that is his purpose. He had a date of birth, and he knows that he's going to die one day, but I must achieve this purpose, this reason of me coming into the planet. And just like my presenter who just said about what am I bringing onto the table? What are you bringing onto the table? What are we bringing onto the table? That is, I believe it's what HAS is intending to do by bringing out the purpose, that what us as individuals can do in our capacity. So in turn, we become a blessing to our community. Purpose is when I don't know my purpose, I tend to be abused by the circumstances, by what is surrounding me, what is happening to me. But when I know my purpose, it drives me through the circumstances and through the situations until I reach the peak. And I believe HAS has reached his peak. Now, HAS wanted to duplicate what he had in mind in his vision, and he successfully duplicated his vision in the hearts of the 1.4 million, and I am a part of it, of which I am so happy to be. HAS now come to a point where he has scaled the vision through the platform called the Oblast. And you, individual talents and individual potentials that you have in order to realize our vision and my vision, I realized that HAS has now created the platform, which is Oblast. And I am so privileged and so proud to be a part of this movement. And yes, the launch is imminent. Thank you.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you very much. Len, I think we'll stop at Raka from India. We'll stop with that person, okay? Okay, Bruce Gerstein, go ahead, sir.
Hello. I got to tell you all that I am fired up. I am on fire. And I want a thumbs up if everyone here has felt their spirit awaken from what you've heard from Ash in the last 2 days. Give me a thumbs up if you've been awakened, your spirit is uplifted with what Ash has to say, because that's what this is all about. In the end, what I feel is the purpose of all this is awakening our spirit to be kind, compassionate, caring, and all those wonderful qualities that the God of my understanding has. But, you know, the more I hear Ash, the more I know the one thing I need to do is just listen to our leader and not worry about anything else going on. Know that he has everything so perfectly in place. He's so finely divided. You know, there's a song by Sly and the Family Stone from years ago. It went, I'm going to take you higher and higher. I'm going to take you higher and higher. And that's what Ash is doing. He's taking us higher and higher and higher. And there is no top that will ever stop ONPASSIVE from growing for generations and generations to come. What we have today is nothing compared to what Ash had in mind. And whatever the power is that he has within him delivers to him. So I want to thank you, Ash and Farah, for the greatness and humility that you have for putting us all in this wonderful company together. And I'm not going to belabor it anymore because there's more people that want to share. So I think the most important thing always is to not take people hostage, but let people share their feelings, share their heart, and express what they want to about how they're feeling today, about where we are going. It's not even imminent, it is here. No doubt about it. Ain't no doubt about it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Bruce. We appreciate you. Okay, thanks for being here again every Friday night. Love you. All right, Ahmed. Are you there, Ahmed? Ahmed. All right, let's go to Vidal. We'll come back to Ahmed. Go ahead, Vidal.
Go ahead and unmute. Okay, sir. Thank you very much, Lynn. Thank you very much, Ron, for allowing me on your platform to speak.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it very much. Good evening, all my friends. I just want to listen to Mr. Ash yesterday, and I saw a little concern in his face. And my question to you is, Mr. Ash is ready. Are you? And that was his concern. I think Ash is concerned about our mindset. And a good friend of mine called me this morning. You know, he said, you know something? Ash was talking to you last night. Because from I saw he took that sip of smart water, he was talking to you. I said, okay. He's talking to me, he's talking to us about our mindset. Because he's giving us all. He's giving us money. He's giving us the most cutting edge products in the whole world. And all he's asking us in return is a good mindset to accept this and to move forward. And so the question again, are we ready to move forward? Is our mind saturated with love? He wants a mind that is saturated with compassion, a mind saturated with friendship, spirituality, and care. And as long as we can offer Mr. Ash that, that's all that matters. Because the money will come, the product, you know, is going to be cutting edge, but he needs us to deliver for him what he's delivering to us. And so once you have a good mindset, everything on the outside will change. Everything starts with your own mind. Your mind must be positive as we get into this. Oh, blessed is the cornerstone of ONPASSIVE. And we all need to understand that. And oh bless will bless us, and oh bless wants us to bless others. Saturate your mind with love, compassion, with giving. Your mind is a powerful thing. When you fill it with positive thoughts, your life will start to change. Your life, others will start to change around you. So I leave you with the question that I asked you before. Ash is ready for us. Are we ready for him? Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it, buddy. That's right. You better get ready. Are you ready for the football? Yes. All right. All right, Armand, I'm glad you're back because I called on you, okay? You got 2 minutes to say what you got to say, okay? 2, yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Can you hear me? Nobody knows this. It's a secret. But I just want to say I'm a little humble, but did you all know that I was I sing tenor? Did you know that? Oh. Yeah, 10 or 15 miles away. I want to take it easy on your ears, eh? Hey, I just want to say thanks, Mr. Ash. This is a gift nobody in my entire 23 family would ever hand down to me. I'm telling you. Oh, I can't thank you enough for ONPASSIVE and what it's doing for what it's going to do for the world. And what you did for 1400 Papua New Guinea, oh man, that broke my heart. I was in tears after I left the scene. Eh? I'm a big baby, I think. But anyways, I gotta say thanks to everybody. There's too many names here to mention. I love you all. And Richard Lamott, like a mutt, like a dog, eh? Oh, I used to be a wolf, but I'm all right now. That's for Mr. Richard Lamott. I gotta say, you know why men get paid more? I think it's 30% more than women, because we have to pay the bill at the end of the dinner day, you know, and pay the movie, and so we got to pay for that. So we need more money.
That can of worms.
Yeah. We need more money for that reason, eh? And I think the women have an allergy when they go out for dinner with the boyfriend or the husband. They always got this allergy about their nose, eh? Every time the bill gets placed on the dinner table at the restaurant, they have an allergy. They go, oh.
Oh, got muted. No.
I got muted. I don't know where I left, but I'm just rambling. I got nothing much to say. I think I get my personality from Jackie Gleason, you know, the Honeymooners, and Fred Flintstone, and Ricky Ricardo on I Love Lucy. They were my mentors, eh? Dysfunctional family, but I'm like Richard Lamott. I'll be sober, clean since March 17th, 1985. There's no life like it. It's fantastic. It guided me to here. If I would have been drinking, there's no way I would have been in ONPASSIVE. God would have bypassed me. Let me know when my 2 minutes are up. I want to thank Eric for 3 years. That's fantastic. And I like what Chris had to say. It's branded in my mind. I gotta use a cattle probe to remember how to say branded.
Ding, 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 ding,
Okay.
ding, ding.
Get on the 120-year plan. There's med beds. That's the order from Chris Johnson. There, done.
Thank you.
Love y'all.
All right. Next, we'll go to Victor in the UK. Come on down, Victor.
Okay. You're not allowing me to unmute. You have to unmute me.
We have it set so that
we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, now, okay.
You're fine. You're good.
Evening, everybody. It's my 2 minutes. One of the greatest things when a woman gives birth to a child is she forgets all the pain and she sees that child and she's overjoyed. And I saw that joy in Ash's face yesterday when he said that they don't fight me anymore. The tech boys, when he gives them an idea, they run with it. And that was like a woman having given birth to a child, because now he is taking them from carrying them around in his stomach. He's taking them to a place where they now are out breathing for themselves. They're out breathing and they're now waiting. Can I have something to eat? They're just like a child looking for a breast. They want to suck him. They can't wait for him anymore. And that was a really uplifting thing for me to see in his face, because all that joy was flowing through him. And my last 10 seconds is for Milo. Milo, he took you into the future from 8 billion. He took you to 80 billion because he's gone into the future. He's seen the end of the story from right where he is. Thank you. God bless you. Love you all.
Thank you, Victor. Moving right along to Sweet Caroline. Come on down, Caroline.
Okay, thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank my blesser, Dr. Bill Williams. And I cannot say this enough, but I want you founders to know that we have been divinely appointed for such a time as this. And I want to encourage each and every one of you that we do have a job to be fulfilled, and that is to change the world. And I have been preparing, and I want you to prepare. So I'm just going to give you some ideas of what I've been doing. I have purchased a few founders positions, and I have divided several things into the categories that I want to donate to. First is the ministry, such as the church and the missionaries. I want to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. The second one is for children, fresh water and food. The third one is for health for the children, such as Smile Train to fix those cleft palates. The fourth one is human trafficking and to do something about that. And the last but not least is to change and to help my country, and that is to make America great again. So what I would like to do is I would like to encourage the founders to work on your elevator speech, because God is going to put you in the path of people that he wants you to speak to. Like today, I was at a restaurant. I spoke to one guy who came up to me and said, "Hey, aren't you Caroline Mackey?" And I said, "Yes, I am." So I started talking to him about ONPASSIVE, and I told him I was going to introduce him to this and it was going to change his life. Then I had a security guy come over to my house today to fix my alarm system, and I introduced him to ONPASSIVE. So I'm going to tell you, God will put the people in your path that he wants to change their lives. That's all I got to say, other than John White, I'm going to search you out and find the barbershop where you are, and I'm going to come and give you a surprise and give you a big hug. And Armin, you kind of look like Jackie Gleason. And all I got to say is God bless each and every one of you founders. And as Marty says, that's all I got. God bless you.
Caroline, thank you. Thank you for being with us tonight. You can tell you are a strong woman, and you have your goals to go to, and you're right on target. Hopefully all of us will be right there with you. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, Mr. I think it's a Mr. Rakha Makan from India.
Woman.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're unmuted.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So in India, it's a beautiful morning, and I'm heading towards a beautiful place again in Shimla, where we are going to meet all the ONPASSIVian family there. It's a celebration, a kind of celebration in India. Tomorrow again in Mumbai, we're going to celebrate, and hope everyone would be with us tomorrow. Yeah. And yes, as Mr. Ash Mofare said, every tiny drop of water becoming together becomes an ocean. And this ocean is ONPASSIVE, which is full of treasure, the treasure of everything beneath the depth of this ocean, the treasure of technology, the treasure of love, the treasure of happiness, the treasure of humanity. which we would spread across the world. And I'm so excited from last 2 days, starting from 360, right? OP 360. An amazing, the live that happened with Ash Mafare. It was, I am so excited. And from last 2 days, I am it's been a sleepless night for 2 nights, and still I'm energetic, and I'm following my passion to meet the ONPASSIVE family together today. So it's been, a transformation from go to office, come back home, go to office, come back home, go to office, come back home, from ages. And I'm sure this has happened to all the, many of us being the founders. This transformation has made a big, I feel the value in myself, from the employee to become something, from no one to someone. It's really an amazing journey, and I'm looking forward to unite the women empowerment across the world, starting from India, every part of India. That's something I had been dreaming of, and finally the stream is coming to get true. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak, and love you all, ONPASSIVE family. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we still have Ron? Ron, you there? Did you get booted out?
I'm here.
Okay.
We have
Great.
Tom Taylor. Go ahead, Tom.
Good day, guys. Everybody can hear me okay?
Yep.
Awesome. I want to address quickly some of the people that sort of, got into ONPASSIVE at some stage. I'm going to make all this money, blah, 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 sit back, do nothing, don't really show an interest, and whatever comes with it. And unfortunately, there is quite a few out there. So the message I've got for you is quite simple. You need to develop the right mindset for this ONPASSIVE business. The very first thing you should realize is that it is a business, and like any other business, pretty much all the conventional rules apply. If you own a business, you should do certain things to make that business run. ONPASSIVE as a business is not really any different to a conventional brick and mortar business. You got to keep in mind that a conventional business requires usually tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to get off the ground. You have to have a storefront, you have to have your utilities, you have to have your infrastructure, your employees, and so on and so on and so on. And it still doesn't guarantee that you're going to get any customers, because you need advertising on top of that. The ONPASSIVE business, on the other hand, costs us so far, say $100. You do not require any employees, you do not require any equipment or a storefront. Everything that's usually associated with your typical business, let's say you own a bakery or a small tailor shop or a food shop, whatever that may be, does not apply with ONPASSIVE. However, ignorance is usually a sign of lack of education, and the lack of education comes by not watching replays, not reading the notes in your back office, not participating in any of the lives. And there's many of those, and nobody's saying you got to go and you got to, no, you don't. However, as the old saying goes, do not complain about the noise when opportunity knocks. So there's plenty of opportunity for you to educate yourself, show a little bit of interest, because you will have people join your team whether you like it or not, in case you don't have any team members as yet. And the day they do, they will have some questions, as anybody that's new will have. And who is the best person to answer those questions is usually their blesser. So for that reason alone, I would highly recommend you guys educate yourself, try to participate a little bit more in some of the things that is offered to you. And I guess we will seeing you at the beaches of the world. I want to finish with one last thing. Any job these days, they're bringing more and more the KPI. Now, KPI in a nutshell, key performance indicator, means you perform to a certain standard and you get a certain amount of reward. Now, in case you didn't know, ONPASSIVE has got a KPI, not just one, but 4. And I would like to read them out for you. The first one, the first KPI for ONPASSIVE is keep people interested. Number 2, keep people informed. Number 3, keep people involved. And last but not least, keep people inspired. Thank you very much. Have an awesome weekend. All the best to the people in Mumbai tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks again.
Thanks, Tom, for sharing. We appreciate y'all being here. All righty. Man, what a webinar. I think we had a great webinar. What do you folks think? Huh? Let's give our speakers a big hand.
Ron, I got to find you. There you go. It was a fun night, wasn't it?
Hey, it was a fun time. I think it was great. I'd like to give all our speakers a big hand.
Yes,
Okay.
Speakers.
You guys were great. Thanks, Flynn, for all you do and setting this thing up. It was great again. And just a quick story. I went to Sam's today. Sam's wholesale outlet. And when I was leaving there was a lady sitting on the side with 4 kids. Says, please help me, single mom. And I thought, man, I can't wait to the day that I can pull this truck over and load them up, take them to Walmart, get them kids clean clothes, and maybe put them up in a hotel for a few days until she can get something going. And it's coming. It's coming in the next few weeks. It might take a year to get there, but it's coming in the next few weeks. So like Tom and everybody has said, you need to stay engaged, folks, okay? This is not a joke. This is a real business. And when people laugh at you, just smile, because you got the secret, and it's called ONPASSIVE. What do you think, Lynn?
Those are mighty, powerful words that you shared. We are in the right place. And as Oliver Fonte says, what does he say? We are fine. And we are more than fine because we are part of this great company run and led by a visionary and humanitarian. We are so blessed in so many ways. So we're very grateful to all of you for having been here today. Just know that we have Friday Night Live every Friday at this time, which is 8 p.m. Oh, yes.
And don't forget, Rob and Lynn at midnight.
Yes, what's our show called? It is called
Roblin.
Yeah, Roblin Live.
Roblin Live. Everybody join them.
Who named us? Mr. Ash Mufara. He came up
They
with
have good topics and they have good conversations. So join them.
The link is in the back office. Yeah, so thank you. And remember that tomorrow we have the Milo ONPASSIVE Milo show at 2 p.m. And then on Sunday, we have the Heroes webinar at 1:30 p.m. All of those will be posted in the back office. So please join us, become part of our ONPASSIVE family if you're not already part of our family. At this
Hey,
time,
Lynn, I think Julie raised her hand. I think she wanted to say something real quick.
Julie. Sure, Julie. Go ahead, Julie.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Ron. I put something in updates in the back office, and it is something that I know our hearts are full, and we just want to express it out to the world, to our CEO and to the tech team. And so there is an opportunity for everyone to be able to do that. And it's going to happen on Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern time. For the people that can be there, because I understand that there's time that people may be sleeping at that time or working at that time. So there's going to be on Monday at 8 p.m. And then there's going to be another one on Tuesday morning so that we all can come together and express, you know, however our appreciation to ONPASSIVE and what it means. So it's in the back office right now in the update. Feel free to save the links. Feel free to share that with and this is only for founders to be attending in there, but it probably will be live stream as well. So if anyone who wants to express that, feel free to come and do that at that time. All right.
Awesome.
Thanks so much,
Thank
Lynn
you.
and Ron. Appreciate
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Start
All right,
time.
Lynn.
Got anything more, Ron?
No, ma'am.
Right, so we're
Close
gonna-
us out.
Yeah, so what we do is our thanks, our acknowledgement of the people who helped make this webinar possible and has helped us sustain this webinar now for over a year. So it's amazing, Ron, time flies. Then yeah, August, going on almost a year and a half. Pretty soon we'll hit.
Wow.
I just it just-
Unbelievable.
yeah.
I think we're the longest running webinar.
Oh, I
Marty
wonder.
could tell you. Marty could tell you.
Marty,
I
are
think we are.
Are we, or is Marty in? I don't think he's in at this time. Yeah, we'll research that and find out, maybe so. We're loving every moment of it. We're so glad to have all of you here. I'd like to say thanks to our speakers. We had quite a nice lineup of speakers today. Lots of leaders shared their thoughts and their hearts with us. We want to thank the attendees, all of you here. We had close to 400 of you here, which is a great turnout. Thank you to Marty, who opens up our webinar. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to June and Myra. This is June Buckingham and Myra Aquino. And I always give them a couple seconds to speak. You guys can unmute Myra and June, because what they do for us is they create our graphics. The Zoom background that we're enjoying today, which I can show you by moving away from the graphic. Isn't that beautiful though, you guys?
Right. It's beautiful.
Stunning. So thank you to June and Myra for their commitment to Friday Night Live and producing beautiful graphics for us. Did you guys want to speak, June and Myra? Come on down real quick.
Yes, hi, this is June. I just want to say thank you for everyone liking the background. We love doing them. I got to keep it quick because the grandkids are still up and they're yelling. So thank you, Ash. Thank you, all the tech gentlemen and everyone who spoke tonight. Again, got to my heart as always. Y'all are the best. All right, I got to go before they start fighting again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, June. Appreciate you.
Thank you,
Myra.
June.
She may not be able to
You're
come.
welcome. Good night.
Good night.
She's probably not able to come on the camera, but I believe you, me, she is here with us. Oh, there she is. Come on down.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad again to be here with all of you in Friday Night Live. I almost do what Ron does Friday night, and I screamed like that, and I said, "No, no, no, Myra, that's not you." So I'm here doing the same thing that I always do: attend webinars and learn from all of you and the OTEC, and that's how I learn. That's why I'm never on the webinars. Also talking, and because I know a public speaker, I don't feel comfortable in camera. No, Chris, for real. I don't like to speak for real. I don't like to speak in camera. This is me. Every time that I express my emotion or whatever I'm feeling, I do it by writing. I like to write, and some of you have seen that because I like to post in ONPASSIVE Nation. I write, and people sometimes like what I write, and this is what I like, what I enjoy. But I'm an ONPASSIVian, and still your family, and I'm still here, in it to win it and in it to help, because this is my heart, it's in my DNA, and this is what I plan to do. I plan to better my life, my family, my children, so they don't have to work like dogs and have 2 or 3 jobs, to survive. And I'm going to do a lot of things for humanity because it's in my heart. It's always been in my heart. With or without money, I always have given. It's in me. But another thing I want to mention was that, I was like Yuli before. I had to look in the word, the imminent, because I was confused because I was used to saying in Spanish eminent, but it's different. It's not the same. And I said, wait a minute, let me see what this means. Maybe I was the one wrong saying eminent and it's imminent. And when I check, I see it was different. So yes, ONPASSIVE is imminent And Mr. Mufara is in Imminent. So if you see the difference of the words, you understand that Mr. Mufara is an eminent. He's really an eminent, a famous and respected individual. And ONPASSIVE is going to be there for us very soon. We're going to change our life. ONPASSIVE, you know, is going to rewrite history, but we're also going to tell a different stories in our life, because our past is never going to compare to our future. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Myra.
When she first, I mean, not June, but Myra, when she first came onto webinar, she would tell me, I'm not going to turn on my camera. I am not comfortable being on camera. No, I get too nervous. No, no, no. And guess what she's doing today? She's coming willingly, got her camera on, and she just spoke for what, 3 minutes on her own. So I tell you, this is a different Myra than I first knew. She stepped
I promise you, I will give you a different experience when you meet me in person, because I cannot get up in person, okay? This happens only in camera.
We love you, June. I mean, Myra, I have June on my brain. We love you, Myra, because, you know, you're willing to do things that you know you should do. And that was to get on camera and be known to the world. Good for you. And we're streaming on 20 channels, Myra. So
my God, my heart.
Thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands over time will see this video, and they're going to see you speaking. Love it. Thank you again, Myra, for being here.
Thank you very much, Myra.
Thank you.
Okay, now we want to thank our chat commissioner who runs our chat guardians, and he's going to come on camera and he's going to slowly and clearly read out the list of the people that helps him. Thank you, John Barilla. Come on camera.
Okay. Hi, Lynn. Hello, everybody. Yes, I will take my time a little bit tonight, but I just wanted to say quickly, though, that I've had the word soon. I'm so tired of the word soon, and I love what we're talking about tonight. I've used this word for a while now, imminent. I love the word imminent. I didn't have to look it up. I've known this word for a long time, and I'm so tired of soon. I'm so happy that ONPASSIVE is imminent. I love that, imminent. Anyway, so I want to thank, that's all I have. I want to thank my fellow guardians tonight, and I'm just going to take just a little bit longer than usual. I usually rattle it off very quickly because I don't like to take up too much time. But I would like to thank the folks that work so hard behind the scenes to keep everything safe for us as we're enjoying our webinars. And those folks here are the guardians. I'm going to mention almost every one of them. M.K. Cayley, Yin Yang 444, Casey Zevin Bergen, Kashul Pagoo, Raphael St. Germain, Jean Aliva, Listra Tuach, Myra Aquino, Bruce Gerstein, Jane Helms, Miriam Weberg, Roy Davies, Yakaya Kadem, Rob Gorman, Dave Rosalski, Willie Wonky, and Nancy Babcock. Thank you, folks. Those folks work so hard and they don't get thanked too often. So I really wanted to take some time and make it real clear who they are. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being willing to take the initiative to lead your crew. Thank you so much, John.
Thanks, John.
We love you. Thank you. All right, so now we are going to go to the gallery, and let me just take us off the spotlight. Let's go to the beautiful gallery. I want to see the artwork all together. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful, you guys. Wow, so pretty as a group. Okay, I got to take a screenshot of that. So as I do that, I want to say that this is our time to say bye-bye to one another. And you can cue me that you want to be seen. You want to be spotlighted or spotlit, I guess. So what you got to do is turn on your video, and then they'll know, okay, that means they want to be spotlit. And we'll give you a couple seconds on camera each, all right? You can say bye to each other. And don't forget, Roblin Live at midnight, which is in about an hour. Join us. The link is in the back office. We're going to have fun tonight. We're all excited and we want to share our thoughts and feelings. So let's go ahead and do the goodbyes. I'm going to unmute everybody. Take your time to say bye to one another. This is my favorite time.
Goodbye from Joey.
I'm from Australia.
And Ron.
Bye.
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 Illinois.
Bye.
Good night.
Everyone.
Everyone.
All have a good evening.
Everybody.
Hey, everybody.
And Ron.
Bye, Glenn. Goodbye, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Thank you.
Carmen.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Canada.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Corina. Bye.
Go.
I like it.
Bye, John.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Good night, John.
Bye-bye, baby. Baby, good night.
Good night, Kusha.
Okay.
Bye. Kusha.
Good night, Alex. Sophie.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good day.
Guys, bye, Rona. Bye, Verona.
Hey, Harry.
Good night, Verona. Good night, Benny. Good night,
Benny.
Good night, Dr. Benny.
I love you.
Okay, we'll see Dr. Benny.
Love you as well.
That's all. Good night. Good night.
Bonsoir.
Good night.
Thank you so much, Raphael. Good night, the Bahamas.
Bye,
Good
Ron.
night, Ron.
Ron.
Bye, Rob.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Think it's
Bye.
enough.
Hey, Chris Johnson.
You look fantastic.
We see you. Land, good night, Ron.
On John.
John Muriel.
And you're on camera, John.
On camera, John.
Look
at me,
John.
John.
Maria, look up. Christina Dodds.
Good
Good
night,
night.
everybody.
Nice to see you, Christina.
Bye, Christina.
Night. Momo do. Good
Brother
night.
Vincent, my brother.
Good night.
Got more money than Carter got pills after a while.
Too much fun.
Joyce Hicks,
Bye,
good night. We certainly
Our
appreciate
friend,
it. Sylvie Wanji,
Rob Leonard,
good night.
Good night, Armand.
Good night.
Good night, Armand.
Lori Lynn, good night.
Dr. Benny.
Good night, Frank.
And if you're like
Techno.
I'm gonna go.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everyone.
Francisco. Francisco de Jesus, good night. Good night, Bridget.
My flight is booked. Bridget, my flight is booked.
Good night, Hamp. Good night,
Betty and
Benoit.
Christina. Spotlight.
Danielle. Good night, Oliver.
Good night, everybody.
Vic,
Good
good
night.
night. Good night, David. Go.
Guys, go to sleep.
Good night.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Holder in Bangalore.
Love you all.
Good night.
What's happened to my brother? How's everything? Hey, Daryl. Good night, everyone.
Jess, good night.
Hey, Daryl.
Great night. Yes, sir.
Amen.
You are lovely.
Namaste
Good
and
night,
bye bye.
Gerard. Good night. Bless you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You are so appreciated.
Bye, everyone.
Hassan, good night.
Safe retirement.
Right night.
Armand,
Right
oh,
night.
good night.
Good night, my
Collins, good night. Good night. Marcienne, beautiful dress, Marcienne.
Holy cow.
Stunning. Okay, good night.
Good night,
Good night. Myra, good night. Good night, Alex. Good night, Namai. Namai Sharonda, India. Good night. Marcia, there you go.
Thanks for
Beautiful.
being here.
Good
Night,
night.
everyone.
Smile.
Hello.
Night, everyone.
Aman, good
Hi,
night.
Jackie Gleason.
Good night.
Tony Monk, night.
Good
Night, Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
Good night, Nathaniel. Thank you.
Good night, Nathaniel.
Good
Good night,
Sacha.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you so much.
Yana. That's good. Good night. And good night, Jocelyn. Travis.
Jocelyn.
Night, Jocelyn.
We're so glad to see you.
Jocelyn.
Good night.
There you
Good
go.
night.
Carolyn Maki, Ron Butakis. Good night.
Good morning, Francis.
Good night, Francis. Good night, Francis.
Oh,
Julie.
Good night.
That song, Mackie the Nice.
Woo, good night.
The Nice.
Good night, Benoit.
Good night.
Hi, Lori.
Good morning, Benoit.
Good night. Good night.
I'm gonna put the name of your on the back of my book.
Mr. Gopal Holder, good night. Hey,
The back of my
there's
book.
Sylvie, Joyce, all you wonderful people. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate all you do.
Good night to everyone from Houston, Texas. It's time to go to bed.
Man, thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Ron.
It's Elsie Patch. Good night, Elsie. Good night, Lori, Lund.
Hey, John from Down Under. Down Under. Oi, oi.
Imminent versus
That
imminent.
song on November 20th.
Hey.
Ozzy. Yes.
I see you.
Oi.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ash.
Good night, Angela. Laland, good night.
Good night. Tucking young Yusuf and Omar and group family.
This is Nancy Manu again.
Lerman.
All good night. Amal Fataya in Canada. Good night. Ginger De Santo. Good night.